Welcome back to Dualsighted. We're back. UFC 269 is becoming more and more exciting and more stacked as the days, near December 11th, with 3 title fights. The main event, obviously, we already covered it, is Oliveira versus Poirier. It became official Tuesday morning. And Oliveira, once again, on a 9-fight winning streak, but he's still open as the underdog versus Dustin Poirier, who is coming off a 3 straight wins, 2 times versus Conor McGregor this year. Predictions, you said 3rd round KO, who, Dustin?
Yeah.
I say 4th round TKO, Dustin as well. The co-main event of this, UFC 269 is Amanda Nunez versus Juliana Pena, which is for the women's bantamweight title. Nunez, the obvious huge favorite in that fight over Pena. The match was originally set for UFC 265, but Nunez had to pull out because, she got COVID. For those predictions, I think it's obvious. I mean, we don't even have to choose that one. That's clear as day. But the 3rd title fight of the card, is the trilogy between Brandon Moreno versus Davison Figueiredo, which is for the flyweight title. Obviously, the holder of the flyweight title is Brandon Moreno, and he became the holder of, UFC 263 back in June. This is their 3rd match. Their first match was last December, which, resulted in a draw. Second one, once again, was in June, and Moreno, choked Davison Figueiredo out. Predictions, who do you think gets it done, the trilogy?
I think Figueiredo gets this one back.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think Figueiredo is going to have a chip on his shoulder, but I think Moreno gets it done once again. I say it goes the distance this time. What do you think?
Yeah, I say the same.
Okay, so you got Figueiredo, but distance. I got Moreno distance. Other interesting fights this card include is Cody Garbrandt, going down to 125 pounds to face Kai Kara France. In my opinion, Kai Kara France is that's a threat. I just don't see. I mean, unless Cody, the cut down to 125 is a drastic change, but I think Cody gets it done. I think he gets a 2nd round knockout. What about you?
Garbrandt knockout round 1.
Round 1. Okay, so round 1, round 2. And then the other fight is Dominic Cruz versus Pedro Munoz is also scheduled. Cruz's last fight was a win versus Casey Kenny. Munoz last was a loss versus Jose Aldo. Predictions. I think Dominic Cruz is too. I think he's too good. I think he beats Munoz by decision. What about you?
I think Munoz wins this. He showed a good fight in his loss versus Aldo.
Okay, so you got Munoz. I got Cruz decision. Then last but not least, guess who's back?
The SUGA Show.
The SUGA Show is back in full action. He's Sean O'Malley versus Rowling Paver. O'Malley's last fight was versus Chris Moutinho, UFC 264 in July, where he beat him, TKO win. Paver's last fight was against Kyler Phillips, which was a decision win. And, the ironic thing is Kyler Phillips and O'Malley, they train together. So O'Malley's probably going to get some advice of his, of Paver from Phillips. And predictions, I think it's a 2nd round knockout for O'Malley.
I'll probably say the same.
2nd round knockout. Okay, so UFC 269, right after 268, I think it's going to be one of the most exciting cards. I think, in my opinion, it's going to overperform as one of the most underrated cards of the year. Obviously, you have the one right before it, which everyone's expecting that to be one of the greatest of all time. So it's going to be tough to follow that, but I think this is going to fly under the radar. So we'll see when it comes December 11th, UFC 269. Once again, thank you guys for watching Dualsighted. Follow us on Dualsighted down below. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and comment down below your thoughts for UFC 269. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Peace.